Action Phase Games has a game I just saw, and now I want to show it to you. Path of Light and Shadow. This is for 2 to 4 players, ages 14 and up, and should take you about 1 to 2 hours to complete. The realms lie divided, their former wonder lost and forgotten. The tyrant queen has seized the throne, forcing the rightful heirs deep into exile. You are the sons and daughters of the once great houses, Foxway, Gorga, Mesrine, and Spire. Under the tutelage of advisors, you have gathered your followers, your conscripts. The time has come to take back what is yours. Path of Light and Shadow is a massive empire-building experience, combining area control, deck management, and civilization customization. As players vie for control of the realms, they must enlist and promote supporters, outfit the burgeoning empires with powerful technologies, align with powerful leaders, and lay siege to rival exiles after the throne. Above all else, each player must decide what type of leader they will become, cruel or merciful. But choose wisely, for each path has its rewards and its perils. Well, that description, that write-up from the publisher sure sounded thematic, I'll say that, didn't it? Caught my attention along with the box cover. Wanted to find out a little bit more about this. Seemed like a very interesting game. So, let me tell you what I'm thinking about this after delving into a little information. So yeah, empire building. That's a hell of a lot of fun. I've always thought empire building games are fun for this tabletop experience, that they add into that paths and choices that are going to make a difference during the course of the game. Wow. How to make a game deeper. Well, that's obviously step number 1, what they did right there. So that got me wanting to read and learn even more. I like, and I think everyone will, I like that from what's being said by the previewers and reviewers, that this is an accessible game. The rules are not going to be overly fidgety and complicated to learn, and it has a rather quick setup for a game like this. So you combine those two with gaming mechanics. Part of the strategy of the game, actually, is at times there are going to be choices to be made. It kind of, without saying this, without calling it out, or even saying it has its own deck for this at all, it kind of gives me the feeling, some of the things the reviewers and previewers are saying about this, that reminds me of Dead of Winter and the Crossroad games, where you get times in those moments where these, tough decisions you have to make to continue to move on, just like in real life. So without seeing it called out, that's what I'm reading between the lines from these reviewers. So besides moving around the world with your dude on the board and conquering stuff, there is a little bit more to the game than this that opens up strategy and makes it a little bit more deeper than just fight and win. And, I say that because there are things that you're going to be wanting to build up during the game, and it kind of adds to the story a little bit, I think, giving it a story aspect to all this. Things like you're going to want to petition local leaders, people running communities, these places that you've taken over, or maybe diplomacy-wise, instead of just running in and killing everyone. That there's going to be time to wage war, sure, but there's also going to be time for traveling the land and exploring. And it brings in different concepts, a few different things, and just move, kill, move, kill. And not that I mind that, but sometimes you want a little more. All right, so this game is not cooperative, okay? But I do like the fact that it has a semi-cooperative feel. Okay, again, maybe I'm just reading between the lines here. But it seems to me what I'm picking up from this is that although this is a competitive game, you and the other players around the table, you don't want any one other player to suddenly, boost up and become dominant over everyone at the table all at once. So it is going to bring together these moments of like alliances and truces, so to speak, where you're going to be looking at the player across the table from you who you and everyone else think is starting to amass way too much power, and bring you all together to bring this common person down. I like that. It adds a bit of realism to it, especially in a competitive game, to add that semi-cooperativeness to it when the time arises, when it's needed. That feels organic. I like that. Now, having this mercy or cruelty system in play, and if I'm correct in my assumption here from my readings on this, at the beginning of the game, you choose one of the paths. It's not like during the game you choose, okay, this time I'll be cruel, this time I'll be merciful. Maybe you can. If so, that's even better. But yeah, you choose from the beginning, like going into this that you are going to be a just King Arthur kind of figure, maybe, or something. Or maybe you're going into it like Conan, and, you don't care. You're moody. One day you're best friends, the next day you're going to chop his head off because he sneezed in your direction. You get to pick from the beginning how you're kind of playing this out, and that's going to determine more of the stuff moving forward that's going to happen. It's going to react. The game is going to react to your choice. Man, I love that. How is that not a positive thing? Oh, also another thing that I like, whenever a game has 3D pieces that make things pop off the board, right? And I've seen some really fun walls. This game incorporates these 3D wall pieces that you can build up, and you make them bigger, depending on how much forces you're using on that city to protect. And as you get attacked, they're going to be worn down. And therefore, you're going to be moving the tower pieces off. So your wall defense tower is going to be less and less and less, and smaller and smaller and smaller. And you're doing this by literally adding on these terrain pieces. I absolutely love that. It's a great visual boost for any game when they do things like this. And it always holds my attention even longer when I got things like that, 3D pieces on the board to look at. I'm getting the feeling that this game is greatly geared to the tabletop gamer who likes world exploration, civilization building games, and who looks forward to a little bit of a story behind the game as they're playing it. And like I said, you get to choose. You're the good guy, you're the bad guy. Most games don't give you that choice. This one lets you decide right up front from the beginning. So altogether, all these things have really caught my attention, and I'm really looking forward to trying to get my hands on this game and playing it, experiencing it, maybe making some videos on it. It's more than caught my attention. Maybe it's more than caught yours. But go, get yourself some more information. Watch some playthroughs. That's a great way to find out if you're going to like a game. A lot better than listening to some influencer. Get yourself information and watch some playthroughs. And let us know what you think of Path of Light and Shadow.